Hello peeps, and welcome back to episode 5 of Team Curvy and Healthy. Thank you for joining me again. So today we're going to talk about measuring our food and the importance. So one of the best quotes that I've heard regarding measuring food is, "You cannot manage what you don't measure." And that was from Felicia Stark. She's a nutritionist, amazing woman. But what she said is, if you're not measuring it, how do you know what you're taking in? And that stuck with me, and it has truly helped me. So I'm going to show you some of the basic things I do to measure it. First and foremost, my digital scale. I got it from Amazon. It's just a digital food scale. So I think I spent like $13 on this scale. And I love it. It has ounces, pounds. Here you go. It has a little unit button there. Can you see? So it has ounces, pounds, whatever. It also has this button that if you need to put something in like a bowl, you hit that button and it just clears off the weight of the bowl. So if you have something that like raw meat and you put the bowl on here first and then you put the raw meat in the bowl, it doesn't count the weight of the bowl. But I love my food scale. I'm probably going to upgrade to a different one after a while. I had this one over a year and it worked. But the thing that I love about measuring my food is I know my intake. So therefore I can track it better. I use my FitnessPal and it allows me to more accurately know what I'm putting in my body. So one of the things I think you really should get if you're serious about trying to get into your weight loss or whatever is a food scale so you can measure your food. This is one of the ways you can measure your food. Also, just like measuring cups. I think I got this set at the dollar store. I think it's like, by like Betty Crocker. And she has the cups, and then she also has like tablespoon, teaspoons one. So you can get both of those. They're $1 a piece and they're really good. So let's say that you're putting broccoli on your plate. Well, you can get your scoop and you scoop up a cup of broccoli, and you know that you have a cup, you measured it. If you put it in a food tracker, it's accurate. So measuring cups are dope. One of the other things that people don't use and I think are really good are like Ziploc baggies. So here's one that is a sandwich size bag. Here's a gallon size bag. But I use these faithfully, especially if I'm doing preps that require like lettuce or something like that and I don't want it to get soggy. Sometimes I will prep my lettuce by putting it in baggies. And it stays fresh, seal it up, and I can put it to the side. So if I'm having a warm salad or warm meat on top of my salad, I can heat up the meat without having to separate the greens out first. They're already separated out, and then I can put it all together, and it's super easy. So Ziploc baggies. Also, if you buy food in bulk, so if you see like there's chicken on sale and you want to buy 20 pounds of chicken or whatever, if it's on sale, you get these gallon storage bags, get freezer bags, and it will allow you to separate that chicken out, put it in the bag, put the date that you purchased it, and then you won't let it go to waste. And then I try to use it within like 4 weeks or so of purchase so that it won't get freezer burn, because my freezer gets really, really cold. But freezer bags are really good, and it also will help you when you're meal prepping, because sometimes you won't have to buy something at the grocery store because you already have it in your refrigerator or your freezer. So just say, okay, well, let me see what I have at home first, and then I can prep around that. So it saves money too. So your Ziploc baggies, your baggies, okay? The next thing I want to show you, and I get asked about these all the time, are my meal prep containers. So here's one that has 3 compartments to it. And I love it when I need to separate my food out. So let's say I have baked chicken here. And I have like cabbage or greens here. And you know, those have juices to them. So I can put that here and not have it spread across to the other food. So I know a lot of people are really serious about having their food separated out anyway. And so these are good containers for people like that like to separate out their food. But I also like to separate out my food just in case I don't have those flavors meld together before it's time to. And like I said, if I have something like greens or cabbage or something that has its own like juices or whatever, I can put it in here or wherever it needs to go, and it doesn't impact the other food. So if I have corn, I can put corn here and greens here and chicken here, and I have corn juice and green juice getting all jiggy with each other before they need to. No. And then they also come with the little tops to go to them. Like I said, I got these on Amazon. I think I spent like $15 for 10 of them. But they just have a ton of meal prep containers on Amazon. You just got to do an Amazon search. They all pretty much do the same thing. Make sure that they're dishwasher safe, that they're freezer safe. I've had these going on 1.5 years, and they've done pretty well for me. And like I said, you just snap it on. Oh, and these snaps make all the difference, let me tell you, because when you put it in your lunch bag, sometimes, you know, sometimes they want to do what they want to do and just like turn over. So make sure you get something that has good snaps to it so that if it does get jumbled up, it stays where it needs to stay. So that's one container. I got this container from Sam's Club. And so I got this little container for Sam's Club. I think it was like $25. Excuse me. It was $8 for 25 pieces. It says 50 pieces, but really it's 25 of these with a top to go to it. And so you just put it together. And this is if you don't mind having it all in one thing, independent on what it is. So let me show you what I meal prepped this week. Taking it to that subject. So here I did a vegetable pasta. So I did this thing called Ronzani Super Greens, and the pasta is made from parsley, kale, broccoli, zucchini, and spinach. Okay, so I did basically a guilt-free pasta. And I did a red sauce. I think I used a jar of ragu. Honey, I ain't get fancy. Try to whip it on my own sauce. Sorry, I didn't feel like it today. I did an easy prep, and it's still going to be healthy. I didn't put a whole bunch of extra salt and everything. I flavored it up good. So here we have the greens pasta with ground turkey with ragu red sauce, flavored up, of course. And then on top, I just have a little bit sprinkle of Parmesan cheese and green onion for garnish. So, and that's in a meal prep container that is just, you know, one little solid container. It goes straight into the microwave, probably a minute and a half, and it's good. And it has 4 ounces of ground turkey in each serving. So I get my protein, but I also get my servings of vegetables. And I think it says for every 3.5 ounce portion, I have 3 servings of vegetables. So it's unconventional vegetables. So I get my veggies in without it having to be a salad or anything like that. I get pasta. I get the feeling of pasta because it does taste good. I get the feeling of pasta without the guilt of the carbs that are associated with, even though carbs aren't bad, I still don't want to do a whole bunch of them. But that's meal number 1, is the guilt-free veggie pasta dish. Number 2, here go the little carbs in the mix of whip it up. I did sliders. So I did Hawaiian roll, little buns here. So Hawaiian roll, King's Hawaiian has slider buns. So I just mimicked my ground turkey to fit into that slider bun. It has pepper jack cheese on top with some fresh green onion grated over top. And then I have broccoli and cheese tater tots. And I did them in the air fryer, so they're super crispy. All I have to do is microwave this. It's going to be good to go. And these are really good. I had one of my uncles who came over today to fix my my plumbing, child. That was a whole nother deal. But he came over today and he was like, what's that? And I let him taste it. And he was like, this is really good. And these are broccoli and cheese tater tots. Okay? So that's good there. That's another meal. And that is also 4 ounces of ground turkey, okay? So pasta has 4 ounces of ground turkey along with the vegetable pasta. 4 ounces of ground turkey here along with the broccoli and cheese tater tots. It's okay to do unconventional vegetables. You don't always have to get steamed broccoli or sauteed spinach or anything. Sometimes you can get your vegetables in an unconventional way so that you won't get bored with eating the same thing. And you can also sneak it in on the kids so they don't know that they're eating these vegetables. Because if I tell Bailey, let's just eat some broccoli, my little 8-year-old, she'll be like, I don't want that. But if I was like, Mommy got you some tater tots, she'll get a little bit more into it. And then when she eats it, she sees that it's different, but it still tastes good. So at least I got her to eat her vegetables without this huge mind struggle about it. All right, so that's that. I'm still doing my Premier protein as a meal replacement. It is 30 grams of protein, only 160 calories, 1 gram of sugar, low fat, all that good stuff. It's a meal replacement shake. Ooh, forgot breakfast, y'all. For breakfast, I still am doing my 100-calorie English muffins. I love these things. I mean, I love these things. So, they work. But I'm still doing one of these. And I love the Morning Star. I'm trying to get away from soy, but I really like these. So, it is what it is. But I do the Morning Star maple flavored sausage patties. It's really not meat, but it's really good. It's really tasty. And I do one of these. Only one of these is 80 calories. So for breakfast, I'm having right at 180 calories plus my coffee. A little bit of my coffee in the morning. So pretty good. And I think that is it. Ooh, got my serving of fruit. I love pears. Like, love pears more than apples. And they have fiber in them as well. So I'm going to have a pear every day, just one pear for my fruit. And I try to get my fruit earlier in the day because fruit does contain carbs and sugar. They're the more healthy kind, but it's still carbs and sugar. So I'm going to have those earlier in the day and they're going to be delicious. I think that is it. You know, I try to keep the videos short. I don't want these like long, drawn out, can't get to the point videos. People just want to talk to talk. No, I want to be able to get you all what you need and be able to deliver it in a way that it's easy for you to understand, as well as quick enough for you to get all of the info you need without dragging it out. As usual, I always got to give y'all my information. It is Kimberly Rainey on Facebook. It is Miss Kimmy Kim on Instagram and Twitter. Lord, I be forgetting Twitter. I don't think I've been in Twitter in like a week and a half, but oh well. So, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube video. Oh, don't be afraid to share it too. If you know somebody that may need this information, don't be afraid to share it with them. I love being able to get this message out here to people who might need it. So, just a quick recap. Digital scale is always good to measure your food. You got your meal prep containers. I got this one from Sam's. I got this one from Amazon. Okay. Don't forget about your Ziploc baggies. These are really good for separating things out, even your snacks. Because when I first got a nutritionist, honey, that was like last year. Was it last year? I had employed a nutritionist for a few months so she could help me get to the next level. And she had on a plan, she was like 24 almonds. I was like, who in the hell finna measure out and count 24 almonds? Child, I lost like 5 pounds in the first week. So you know what I was doing from now on? I was like, 1, 2, I counted out them 24 almonds, and it made it easy when I put them in a baggie. It was less expensive to get them in a container, and I just separated them out myself. So all those little snack packs or whatever, you can make those yourself and come out way less money for them. But yes, these are really good. All right, and last but not least, your measuring cups. You can do your measuring cups. Like I said, you can get them from the dollar store. Do not sleep on the dollar store. The dollar store has a lot of things that you can do for your meal prep, low cost. And if you need to throw something away, you don't feel guilty about it. Like when I take off the skin and fat, when I trim my meat and I need to take off the skin and the fat, sometimes I'll go to the dollar store and get one of those dollar kitchen shears. And I think they're by Betty Crocker too. They just cost $1, and I can trim off the fat, and I can get the skin off of it. And then I can just throw the scissors away, because I really don't want to use scissors that I've used raw meat on, because I'm kind of like slick a germaphobe. No matter how much bleach I put on it, I feel like there's still some cooties on there. So I can get these shears and cut all this fat and all this other stuff off the meat, and just throw the scissors away along with all of that other stuff, and be totally okay with it. So like I said, do not sleep on the dollar store. But I think that's everything. Don't forget, like, share, comment. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I love it when you all contact me about something you've seen, or you have extra questions. I think it's dope. If you see me in public, like a couple people have done, and you gave me high fives, you gave me fist bumps, that makes me feel so good, because that means my message is getting out here to the world. Team Curvy and Healthy is out here, y'all, and we're going to make it do what it do. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will talk to you all soon.